lot of people probably don't realize that Gary and I have probably the longest relationship than anybody else on the set. When we go back to like over 40 years. We worked in radio together. He was the outrageous Gary Thiemann, and as Wolfman Jack pegged me, I was your good neighbor Jim Tabor. So we stayed in touch off and on for all these years, and I'd been working in television here locally for a while, and I get a call from Gary one day, and he had put together this film. Well, not film, but this script, this movie, and he was wanting me to come and audition for it. And he said he had one particular role in mind for me, which was Ned. Ned, of course, by day was the well-loved, well-respected businessman, gas station owner, everything. But at nighttime, well, Ned had a little bit of a gambling problem. So, but anyway, I even borrowed a hat from a friend of mine, an old gas station attendant's hat, and dressed up and went and auditioned for it. And he called me back a few days later, and he says, "Part's yours." I think one of the most memorable parts of the whole movie was when I got to drive this old 55 International pickup truck. And it really brought back some memories. My father and I used to have an old 56 Ford years ago when I was a teenager. So Suzanne Huber and her husband, they loaned us the truck. They brought out actually several vehicles, classic vehicles that we were able to use. But she trusted me enough that for 2 weeks, I drove that old truck back and forth from the set every night. Sorry to say every day, but it was like every night. But I got to drive that truck, and that was just the coolest thing to me. You kind of take on different personas. I mean, you have different personalities. So to be able to, to set them apart. I mean, by day, Ned, real nice, well-respected, business owner, as I mentioned earlier, the gas station, everything. But by night, I had a problem. I'd go out gambling, pretty girls, and I just got deeper and deeper into debt. So it was fun being able to separate those two personas. He knows the people, and he knows the lifestyle, and that's one of the great things working about it, because the filming of the movie, you could say how he saw it through their eyes, even though it was set back in the 50s. But to show, this is the way the kids grew up together. They grew up as best buds. His vision come to life, and it's like, yeah, this is what it was like really back then.
Dang, this stuff will kill you. You ain't lying. It's pretty good.
There's one scene with Tony Miles that I wish they kept shooting over and over again, because it was so much fun. She sits down on my knee while I'm sitting there playing cards, and evidently not bringing me lady luck as I hoped she would, but that was fun. That was fun with Tony.
Hey, Ned.
Hey, girl, how you doing?
It's hot as Hades out there, but it's worse in here.
Yeah, it is a little bit warm in here, especially when you're around. I get a little hot under the collar.
You meet a lot of different people as you go through life, but this was one special group. I mean, when you spend so many nights together, cold nights together, you come away with a better appreciation about what goes into making a film, because there's so many different people that are involved in the background. Not only the actors, but the camera people, sound people, directors. The list goes on. I mean, it really makes you appreciate what they do.